So it was brought to my attention that my crystal glue cell, the salt substitute, Epsom salt and glue cell, the crystal glue cell, could be making magnesium chloride. The reason why it's been stated is because the salt substitute contains potassium chloride, so the chloride from that is combining with the Epsom salt, which contains magnesium sulfate, so it combines to make the magnesium chloride. And that's a very valid argument. For those that don't know, magnesium chloride will absorb water like crazy out of the air. So I bought some magnesium chloride flakes. And I put a couple of those flakes, just a couple, onto this piece of paper. And as you can see, the salts are not there anymore. They actually pulled the water out of the air and pretty much is keeping that paper like pretty much perpetually wet. And I did that on November the 8th, and today is November the 19th, so it's been like that ever since. I mean, it's fully saturated. So the little flakes, the little salt crystals, pull the water out of the air. And here's a crystal cell I made out, a glue cell I made using magnesium chloride, and you can still see it's very tacky. It's still very wet. It even looks wet. And here's a comparison: the crystal glue cell, which is very hard. This is very wet. It's kind of nasty. So I thought, well, how do you disprove this? How do you? Because this looks wet. This obviously is wet. Well, this is obviously dry. So what do? I need something that has the chloride in it too. So what I did, I got some table salt, which contains sodium chloride. So this cell has every opportunity to do exactly what this cell did. I mean, they're both very hard. So if this cell is pulling water out of the air, so would this cell, because they both contain the chloride that it needs to mix with the Epsom salt to make the magnesium chloride. But turn the meter on, you can clearly see that the table salt and Epsom salt cell doesn't stay alive compared to the crystal glue cell, which is still alive. And the voltage on the magnesium chloride and glue cell, if I can do this with one hand, it's there. You can see it kind of going down too. But yeah, I mean, this table salt, Epsom salt cell had every opportunity to pull the water out of the air like this cell does. I mean, if basically what I'm trying to say is that if this crystal glue cell is really making magnesium chloride and pulling water out of the air, so should have this cell, because they both contain the chloride, which can mix with the Epsom salt to make the magnesium chloride. But it didn't. It's now dead. I will have the data uploaded for you guys to look at it, and pretty much that's it. I mean, yes, magnesium chloride pulls water out of the air like crazy, but this cell had the same opportunity.